Right, Northerners United, back again, this time with George. How are you doing? You all right, son?
I'm not bad, thank you very much, Abdullah. How are you?
Good man, good man. Yeah, not three bad. But no, we've got a special guest today. We've got Oscar, all the way from Natal in Brazil. Me and George became friends as we were friends with the Brazilians at our time at university in Liverpool. One of the first guys we met was Oscar, that you can see in the top left, with his wall behind him. He's been doing a lot of traveling. We'll come to that as well. But yeah, how are you doing today, Oscar? You okay?
Hey man, I'm all right. Thanks for the invitation.
Yeah, man, no worries, no worries. Good to have you on, and we do appreciate it as well. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So we're going to discuss today first topic is how you became to support, a bad football team, Liverpool. Our boy from Natal came to support LFC. So yeah, talk on that. What's the journey?
Well, actually, it all began in the 1980 World Cup in France, when Michael Owen scored a goal against Argentina. I believe the score was 2-1. That was the first time I heard about Liverpool. So after that, I became like playing with Liverpool on Winning 11, the PlayStation game. So I began playing with Liverpool. I began like knowing, following, but at that time was a little bit like not so much interest in it, because I support my local team in Natal, and at that time I didn't have cable TV, so I didn't watch any Liverpool game. I just knew what it was, and then it escalated around 2004, 2003, I think, when I joined a small group in a really, really old social network called Orkut. And I became really good friends with a small group of people that also supported Liverpool. And the thing just escalated from there.
Oh, okay.
That's how it all started.
So you were a fan really before you came to Liverpool University?
Yes, way before.
Okay. So yeah, how was the experience then while you were in Liverpool, actually being in the city and being able to go to games, and how did you find those? It was about one year, wasn't it? You were here.
Yeah, it was on here. The experience was just great, because not like living in Liverpool, but going to watch a game at Anfield was like always was a dream. I did went to Liverpool once before 2014. It was in 2011, but I didn't get to watch any games then. I just went to the city and to the stadium tour at Anfield. But just like the experience in 2014 was also like I think I watched 8 or 9 games. But it would have been even greater if we had won the title back then.
Yeah.
But the experience was just great, just great.
We need to play the banana slip.
Yeah, it slipped.
Yeah, insert clip here. Demba Ba's goal. But no. What was the best game you went to while you were here in Liverpool?
Well, definitely was the first one. Liverpool 5, Arsenal 1, because by then Arsenal was top of the league, and we were like 5th or 4th or something like that. And it was just the best game.
Yeah, it was a different experience, because obviously when you all came, there was 120 of you, of the Brazilians, and you all came to halls in like all at once. And obviously, since you've all gone back, a lot of you still follow Liverpool Football Club, which is, understandable. I did my best to convert you, but I think I only got like a handful of you to go to the proper side of the M62. But no, how was your experience in Liverpool? And obviously with me and George as well, talk on that and how how you have developed relationships.
Sorry, could you say that again, please?
Yeah, just obviously how you develop relationships in Liverpool with obviously me and George and with the other Brazilians as well. How was that?
Oh, with the Brazilians, it was like we met, I mean, at the airport here in Brazil. So it was just like, okay. But with you guys, it was just great to know more about the culture. You like to know more about the university because it was a new thing for all of us. I did meet as well some guys at the pub before the Liverpool games, which, although it was very, very difficult to understand the Scouse accent at first, but I got used to it with with time. But to begin a relationship with you guys was just really, really great to settle in more comfortable in Liverpool.
Yeah, son, how did you find it like interacting with Brazilians as opposed to the kind of other people that we had in halls? How was it different for you? Their culture.
It was markedly different, but the difference was for me was a similarity in the cultures. So the same difference, if you want to say, where I'd just been to South America for 3 weeks in Argentina and Brazil. So I had a bit more in common and a lot more to talk about the Brazilian culture and Latin American culture. So it was more a case of it was a lot easier than I thought a lot of other people found to talk to people at the Carnatic halls in Liverpool at the time.
Yeah, it was different. Like the culture, I think it was just markedly different from the British, the average British person. I think even though you were in our country, it just felt like you were so friendly towards us, and you were like kind of all encompassing. No matter who you spoke to, you were just trying to smile and befriend them, and that made it easy for me. As you can see, me and George today, we've got our tops on.
Yeah.
He's away and I'm home. But no, I think it did change our lives in that way. It made us really open our minds. Like one of the most memorable kind of nights for me was the game against Germany. We won't go too much into the game, but it was 5-0 at half time. We all know how it ended. But a lot of us left like at half time just to go back home from where we were watching it. And we just basically carried on. We were playing games and just carrying on as if nothing happened. And I think that just sprung something in my mind that like these guys, they're just trying to have a good time. That's it. They're just here to smile, have a good time, get on with life, and enjoy it and make the most of it really. But yeah, what did you think about kind of the British culture? Maybe not Liverpool so much, but the Brits as a whole. How did you kind of learn from them, Oscar?
Like I think by living in Liverpool, I got a really very different feeling from the whole England, because for me the city is very vibrant, and like people, from the idea we have here, people are like happier and more welcoming to foreigners. So I didn't really know a lot about British culture before I came to live there, because I was already a Liverpool fan. I'm a big Beatles fan as well, and I just like, for me it was easier, I think, from a lot of the other guys to settle in like faster. But yeah, I don't know, it's not that different, the countries. I don't think so, because uh by living, but I'm saying that based on just the city of Liverpool, because I think they are uh, they like to party a lot, just like us, and then there's the football, of course, so it just gets more similar to here. Like I think football played a really big part, like in us bonding together,
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Now, I think George is going to ask you about your recent trip here. So, yeah, go for it, son.
So, just before I ask about your recent trip, Oscar, what was your best trip outside of Liverpool within the UK, and also Europe? Because I know you went to a few places in Europe when you came in 2014.
The best one, okay. I would say two different ones, because they were like completely different countries. The one was the trip we went to Croatia, so it was just like really beautiful beaches, and the people is also very warm hearted. And the other one I did alone, just by myself, and I went to Norway, and it's just another kind of different kind of beauty than from Croatia, but just as pretty, as gorgeous, you know. And for me, being as a geophysicist, it was really great to go to Norway and see some things I saw there. Some I did a lot of hiking, so just awesome. Just makes you want to live there.
Indeed, it does. I've seen a lot of videos and a lot of TV programs recently about Norway and Scandinavia. And I went to Finland a few months ago myself, so I can definitely concur with that. Moving on to your recent trip, Oscar. When you came over to Liverpool, just 6 weeks ago, maybe you came over to see Liverpool potentially get through to the next round of the Champions League. We'll gloss over that, shall we, already, straight away. Oscar, so why did you decide to come and watch Liverpool attempt to lift the trophy just a few weeks ago, rather than travel somewhere else in the world? And also, how was your experience on the way back? And I believe you quarantined yourself for some time when you arrived back in Brazil for health measures.
Okay, like I decided to go to Liverpool and not somewhere else because a lot of reasons. The first one was like I missed the opportunity in 2014 to see Liverpool win the league, and so that was one of the reasons. So I like to, inside me, I think I have to see it now. I have the opportunity now I want to see it. The other one is because my job, I had to take vacation in like until June. I had to take 30 days of vacation, of holiday, and my girlfriend couldn't take the same vacation at the same time because we travel a lot together. So if I'm going to make a trip alone, I better as well go to Liverpool, because I knew you guys. I wanted to visit you too. I also have another friend in London that I wanted to visit. So just it became like a natural choice for me to go to there. And the trip back was okay. I mean, the only strange part was at the Paris airport. It was really empty. All of the stores and restaurants and cafes were closed. There were no tables to sit, just the normal chairs of the airport. And the flight back was okay, no problem whatsoever. And then when I got back here, just like I spent 14 days straight locked inside my house. My girlfriend had like bought food and stuff before I came, so it was okay. Yeah, just hanging.
How did it feel? So, like 2 weeks before you came, you were out of the FA Cup. A week before you came, the day you got here, you lost to Atletico Madrid, and then
Yes.
You find out. I think we were supposed to go to Sheffield Wednesday versus Nottingham Forest just to watch a game, a historical game. But even then, that was called off the day before, and obviously Liverpool's game. Then once Arteta and Hudson-Odoi caught it, the Premier League called off their games as well. How did it feel? Like obviously coming all that way, and the games being postponed. Liverpool needed 3 points to win the league or whatever it was, and that close, coming all that way, but yeah, not seeing a parade.
Yeah, it didn't feel good, you know, because I went just to the most like important reason was to see Liverpool win it
Yeah.
and but and watch some other match like the one you said at Sheffield, and it would just felt really bad. Like it felt the trip was like pointless, you know. And just I just after they announced they were postponing the whole league, I just like tried to make the best of a bad situation. You know, we spent the day together at Preston with with Eduardo, and then they just like the day after I got back from Preston, I decided to anticipate my flight back because I needed to get back home.
Yeah.
It didn't feel great. No.
Yeah. No, fair enough, fair enough. No, it was like, if I was you, I would have been gutted as well because, you know, first time in 30 years, 31 years, it's been a long time. But no, that's fair enough. But how's life now in Brazil? Is it still everyone on lockdown?
Yeah, not so much. I mean, we would people just they don't grasp the idea. I think the whole idea, you know, like I mean, a lot of people is at home, it's quarantine, it's on lockdown, but the city is like kind of functioning more or less,
Yeah,
and the 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 mayor here in Rio, he decided to open the kiosks at the beach, but just for delivery and stuff. And people are still going to like the beach or parks to exercise or walking. There are some gatherings, but like me and my girlfriend, we are like staying home for real. Like we are working from home. Um, all of our co-workers are working from home as well, but it should be better. It should
yeah.
more people should be home.
Oh no, fair enough. Well, just before we let you go, just one final question. Um, in terms of Liverpool, and obviously that's what this has all been about, really. If you had to say in one sentence, would you null and void the season, or would you play the final games?
We should play the final games for sure.
I thought you might say that.
Okay, we should play like until Liverpool wins the league. We should keep playing.
Well,
There's only
one
two
last
games. All right.
two games. One last question. So, Abdul, this was I was gonna put this. You can edit this out, but I was gonna say this before you said the last bit.
Yeah.
So, we've got our last part of our interviews is a quick fire round. So, what the first question we'd like to ask you is, being a geophysicist, where would be the next place on your list in the world to visit post coronavirus and COVID-19?
Iceland.
Iceland. That's where Abdullah and I want to go to Iceland pretty soon. Who knows when that will be? Next question is, if Liverpool, for example, in a year or two's time were to win the Champions League, Premier League, or get to the final stages, would you consider coming over again, or would it be that will be it for the short and medium term to come and visit?
Yes, definitely. I want to go back because when I came back like a month ago, it was the first time I was coming back to Liverpool after 2014, you know. So there was I was missing it, but definitely the idea is still there. Maybe like in 2 years something.
Yeah. And in one sentence, where do you prefer, Natal or Rio?
Rio is better.
Rio better.
Of course.
I can
Yes.
compare with that 100%, of course, but you know, I do love Recife. I love Recife también. It's amazing. Living by the coast in the northeast, hot weather,
Yeah.
beaches, amazing.
Can't beat it.
Exactly.
Can't beat it. But no, Oscar, thanks for coming on today. Really appreciate it. We'll get you on again next time when we've got more to talk about after all this situation goes away. But no, thank you for coming on. You enjoyed it, yeah?
Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. Really nice talking to you, mate. And we should do this. We should do this with the other guys, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
That's our plan. That's our plan. We've got everyone. We've got a list of everyone to talk to. We're trying to create a sort of a project that we can get everyone to talk about their own views of coronavirus, but also other topics, but not focus it solely on coronavirus, even though it's going to be the story of our time, the story of the century. Hopefully it is the story of the century, because goodness knows what else will top this.
That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go, guys. Northerners United, another episode of Real Talk done with the man Oscar from Brazil. Subscribe, like, comment, you know the drill. We'll see you next time. Take care, Oscar. Nice one. In a bit.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
In a bit.